Air Force aerobatic team, the Red Arrows. It is very fitting that we could be here to display as part of the D-Day 70th commemorations in beautiful blue sky here in Southsea. I've just been lucky enough to meet some veterans this morning, and that is truly an honour for me, part of my job that I really, truly enjoy, so that was great for me to do. Well, the team arrived, they'll be in a shape called Big Battle. This is a big V. The jets will be flying at around 20 feet apart, and they'll be flying at 400 miles an hour. We have 3 types of show we can fly depending on the weather. Our full display allows looping manoeuvres. That needs a cloud base of around 5,500 feet. Anything lower than that? Hearing please. Here they are. 2014 Red Arrows! Now you'll see the jets collapse to around 6 feet apart as they're taken up into a loop and form a short diamond formation. Over the top of this loop, they're now about a mile above us, and the jets have slowed down to about 150 miles an hour. Leading the formation is Red 1 Squadron Leader Jim Turner. It's Jim's 3rd and final year as the team leader, and his family are from Southsea. His father and grandparents grew up here, and his great uncle was Lord Mayor of Portsmouth in 1969. Several of his relatives are here, so hello to Jill, Kathleen, Anne and Bill and their families. You hear Reds 2 and 3 acknowledge the move to Eagle. They use a certain metronomic cadence in their voice, and then in their heads on 4, they extend their air brakes, and counting to 6, they put the air brakes in so that all 3 jets can drop back to form Eagle. And now in from the right-hand side, the Eagle roll. Give the pilots a big wave as they go upside down, boys and girls! When the team formed in 1965, they used an aircraft called the Folland Gnat, and that was the advanced jet trainer in that era. The Red Arrows used the Gnat from 1965 to 1979, and in 1978, the Hawker Siddeley Hawk became the Royal Air Force's trainer, and the Red Arrows started using the Hawk, as you can see now, in 1980. It's a very agile and precise aeroplane, and you'll soon see why all us pilots love to fly it. As red goes off, you can see Reds 4 and 5 have moved forward in the formation. We call this shape flanker, and it's named after the Russian fighter jet, the Su-27 Flanker. This is flanker! Red 1 just called the pilots into Phoenix formation. This is a very wide formation, and from tip to tip, it is around 100 meters or 300 feet wide. To keep the formation as one, the pilots on the outside have to anticipate their control inputs, so they use the cadence in Red 1's voice commands. This, with some red, white and blue, for the D-Day 70th anniversary, is Phoenix. First-year pilots. He's Red 2 Flight Lieutenant Stu Campbell. Stu is a former instructor on the Tucano aircraft, teaching basic fast jet training. He was also the Tucano display pilot, and operationally, Stu flew the Tornado GR4. Out to the right, you'll see the smoke is on to form our trademark shape, And in from the right-hand side now, with all 9 aircraft smoking, this is the Diamond Roll. The majority of our displays with the odd-numbered pilots on the left-hand side, the even-numbered pilots fly on the right-hand side. And in their 3-year tour with the team, the pilots will generally start at the front near the leader, and as their proficiency improves, they move further back. On the leader's left wing now is the other of our first-year pilots. He is Red 3 Flight Lieutenant Joe Hurston. Joe is a former Hawk flying instructor. In fact, he's the only pilot on the team to have taught on this version of Hawk, the T1, and also our new advanced jet trainer, the Hawk T2. Operationally, Joe also flew the Tornado GR4. Out to the left, the smoke goes off as the team have formed the iconic shape of Concorde. And now get your cameras ready, in from the left-hand side at 400 miles an hour. This is the Concorde Loop. As they pull up into the loop at 4 times the force of gravity, the team are now forming the shape of a feathered arrow. Now, feathered arrow is a bit of a mouthful to say on the radio, so we call it Fred. And you can see that Fred shape silhouetted by the sun now. Around 6,000 feet above us, as they start coming down the other side of the loop, they're accelerating back to 400 miles an hour. The G's building up to around 4G, and they're about to twist in Fred. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is the first half of the Red Arrows display. You've seen all 9 aircraft performing close formation aerobatics. We're now going to be splitting down into sections of 2, 3, 4, 5 or 7 aircraft as we add a few more dynamic manoeuvres into the display. At the front of the formation, Reds 1 to 5, we call Enid after Enid Blyton's famous 5. Red 6 to 9, we call Jippo. Jippo was the nickname of the first gentleman who led the 4-ship when the Red Arrows started flying 9-ship displays formally in 1968. Out to the front behind the War Memorial now, you can see the team have formed that very wide phoenix shape again. And now is definitely time to get your cameras ready. Pulling up in that wide phoenix, Reds 1 to 5, 8 and 9, watching the synchro pair underneath with the blue smoke. This is the Palm Split! Out to the left-hand side with the weak blue smoke pulling up is Red 6 and leader of the synchro pair, Flight Lieutenant James McMillan. It is McC's 3rd and final year with the team. He's a former Hawk flying instructor and Harrier pilot. He actually grew up in New Zealand, and I believe for the first time in 4.5 years, he's going to be seeing his brother today, who's flown all the way from New Zealand to see him. So a big hello to Peter and Emma, and from the left, in from the right, Jippo and the Jippo Plus. The synchro pair now turn away from us. They're pulling 6G, or 6 times the force of gravity. Everything in their bodies is weighing 6 times more than normal. So those pilots are working hard to counter the G-force now as they fly the Cyclone. The synchro pair slingshot out to the front. Look to your left to find Enid. The wings of Enid drop down to form an inverted V shape. Now look to your right, there's a lone jet. That is Red 9 who's going to fly the goose. Climbing very steeply now with a red, white and blue stripe is Red 9 Flight Lieutenant Mike Child. It's Mike's third and final year with the team. He's a former Hawk flying instructor. Operationally, Mike flew the Typhoon. And Mike's parents, Maggie and John, are here today. I've just seen them, so a big hello to you guys. Enid climbs steeply to our right. Now look directly to the front and find the synchro pair. Pulling up at 500 miles an hour and 5G in line astern. The aircraft reach a height of 7,000 feet. The smoke comes on as the synchro pair prepare to draw a heart. Now look top left of the heart, you'll see another jet coming to add a final touch. Here's Red 8, on comes his smoke, and he's going to spear the heart. Red 8 Flight Lieutenant Martin Pert, he's in his third and final year with the team. He's a former Hawk flying instructor and Harrier pilot. Now, I had a request from some guys who, as we speak, are getting married. So, Christopher Heron and Rachel Higgins, congratulations, that heart is for you. Left and right again now for the synchro pair. Back to 100 feet, get ready for the opposition barrel roll. To the right 45 degrees now, you'll see Enid are being joined by Reds 8 and 9. In fact, Red 8, who has just drawn the spear in the heart, has been flying around at 600 miles an hour to join the rest of the formation. He's joining on the right wing into Vixen.
It's like me trying to catch up to Joe's tired lace.
Now Red 1 twists this loop towards us through 90 degrees. Now, get your cameras ready. This is the vertical break. Left and right again for the synchro pair. This time, Red 6 from our right and Red 7 from our left. Their closing speed is 800 miles an hour. They're going to cross 3 times in opposing 360 degree 6G turns. Get ready for the carousel. Watch as each of the pilots crosses. They swap their smoke colour using the individual colour control buttons on the aircraft's control column. Now look to your right 45 degrees. This shape is called Leader's Benefit, with some red, white and blue. They're going to draw a snake-like shape of smoke in the sky as they fly the Python. Let's have a big patriotic clap and cheer with this red, white and blue. On the far right of that